What's your name?
Dominique.
Where are you from?
I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
And what sport do you play?
Basketball.
Why did you choose to come to Rainy River?
Well, I didn't really choose. One of my friends hooked me up with the school, and I just came to play ball.
What do you like most about being a student athlete?
I feel like people pay attention to us. I don't know. It's fun being a student athlete. I feel like people know us really, everywhere we go.
Right.
So it's cool.
What has been the biggest obstacle you've had to face?
Missing my family, being away from my family, really.
During season, what's a typical day for you?
Going to class, sleeping, and then getting ready for my game.
How has being a Voyager benefited you?
Well, I met a lot of amazing people. If I would never came here, I would never met a lot of people that I know now. So being a Voyager is one, it's a plus.
What advice do you have for future athletes?
Stay on top of your schoolwork, always.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dom. What's your name?
Fernando Rodriguez.
Where are you from?
Miami, Florida.
And
Little Havana, Miami, Florida.
And what sport do you play?
Basketball.
And what grade are you in?
Sophomore.
Sophomore? What advice do you have for future athletes at Rainy River?
If you're gonna come here with the mindset that you better not be, you better find something to do because it's boring. The gym's never open. So you gotta just come here and just put in work. That's what you gotta do. Put in work.
Well, what do you like most about being a student athlete?
I get to meet new people. I go to different places. I met new friends. I got to experience what a team feels like, or somewhat like a team.
What's the biggest obstacle you've had to face being here?
Biggest obstacle? Really my parents at home because they are sick, so that was probably the biggest thing. Coming here away from miles and miles away from them.
How often do you get to see them?
Well, this year I saw them 3-4 times. About to be the 4th next week. Birthday.
During season, what's a normal day for you?
Home game or away game? Home game is wake up, listen to music, stay focused. Or I barely play, so I still stay focused. It's pretty much it. Is listen to music. I take a lot of Epsom salt showers before games for my muscles.
What about away games?
Away games, I just listen to music and try to stay focused and not let people bother me.
How has being a Voyager benefited you?
It's kept me on track on school because I've been dropping out of college for the past 5 years. So coming here just being a Voyager just made me stick to school.
What's your name?
Javante Nash.
Where are you from?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
What sport do you play?
Basketball.
And what grade are you in?
Sophomore.
What do you like most about being a student athlete at Rainy River?
I love the attention they give us. I like staying in shape. Being an athlete helped me focus on my grades more. That's it.
Okay. Why did you choose to come to Rainy River?
The Voyager Park.
Okay. What's the biggest obstacle you've had to face?
It's not too diverse out here. No, people stare at me a lot.
During season, what's a normal day for you?
Wake up, go to class, practice. We go watch TV or play the game, play the Xbox. Hey, follow me on my Xbox. Over your way, phone.
How has being a Voyager benefited you?
Great, man. I love it. Voyager Pride, man. I'm gonna get it tatted on me. It benefited me in so many ways, you know.
Like what?
Like the alumni that went here, you know, they're always looking out for me, you know, because they were once a Voyager. You know, it's all about connections.
Okay. What advice do you have for future Rainy River athletes?
Go to class. Go to class. Don't sleep. Just go to class.
Is it? Thank you. What's your name?
Trey Jones.
What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Where are you from?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I'm phone right there. My mama.
And what sport do you play?
I play basketball.
Okay. What do you like most about being a student athlete at Rainy River?
Being a student at Rainy River, I love getting help from all the students around because like the students want to see you succeed because you play a sport. And that's good because you have other people that's willing to help you. So.
Okay. Why did you choose to come to Rainy River?
I chose to come to Rainy River to build with Coach Bill because he came to my high school and talked to me. He said he wanted to build a program at Rainy River because it hasn't been a good program in years. And I came. I just came because of Coach Word.
Did y'all build on that program?
Our first year we didn't. It was you know a bad process, but the following year it was better. You know, could have been better, but you know we had a good season.
That's good. What's the biggest obstacle you've had to face?
My biggest obstacle I had to face was staying focused on the court. Because I get mad, or in class, I get mad at a teacher. I can ask a teacher a question or something, and they wouldn't answer my question, and I get attitude, and I need to, you know. But no, hold on. I got oversaid that. My biggest obstacle is staying focused. Let me say that. My biggest obstacle is staying focused because I get to playing around or something. I just gotta stay focused and do what I gotta do.
Okay. During season, what's a normal day for you?
During season, a normal day, waking up. For a real athlete, it's like waking up, you know, running on the track or something, getting breakfast, going to class, hitting the gym, hitting the weight room, and then back to sleep, and then right back at it.
How has being a Voyager benefited you?
Being a Voyager benefited me, made me a smarter person. You know, coming out here to International Falls, it was small, and I got to know who I really am, and what I'm capable of.
What advice do you have for future athletes at Rainy River?
My future advice is to come here and stay focused and don't let others get in your way. You know, at the end of the day, you your own person, and others gonna try to bring you down, so you can't let that happen.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Terry.
Sorry, babe.
What's your name?
Ariana Ori,
Where are you from?
Fertile, Minnesota.
What sport do you play?
Volleyball and softball.
And what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
What do you like most about being a student athlete at Rainy River?
I like that I met a lot of people. They're pretty great teammates.
Why did you choose to come to Rainy River?
Honestly, I didn't have a lot of options, so this was nice.
During season, what's a normal day for you?
I'm pretty lazy, not gonna lie. I take about 2 naps a day, and I do a lot of work study and class, and then practice, and then naps.
What's been the biggest obstacle you've had to face?
I haven't had a lot of troubles here, honestly. It's been pretty easy for me. I need to get my grades up, but that's about it.
How has being a Voyager benefited you?
I've come out of my shell a lot more. I talk more, obviously.
Okay. What advice do you have for future athletes?
Go to class and just have fun, because you're only here for 2 years, so have fun.
Thanks, AJ.
Yeah.
What's your name?
All right, I'm Tiana.
And I'm Sandy.
Where are you from?
We're both from Minneapolis.
What sport do you play?
We both play volleyball.
And what grade are you in?
We're freshmen right now. We'll be sophomores next fall.
Okay.
There you go.
What do you like most about being a student athlete at Rainy River?
That it takes up a lot of your time, and it's really not a lot to do out here. So playing sports is like a good distraction.
Yeah, it's a good support system out here. So.
Why did you choose to come to Rainy River?
I didn't really know what school I wanted to go to, and I know I wasn't ready for a university. So whatever community college worked best with me playing volleyball and not that far from home, I was down for it.
I knew that a community college was a short than the university. There's a lot of people, so I knew that at community college, you'll come closer to people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you'll get good connections from people.
Okay. During season, what's a normal day for you?
Wake up, go to class, have practice. If you don't have practice after classes, you're most likely going to a game or skipping classes for a game. And then you come home, you're tired, do a little homework, go to sleep, repeat.
I would say the same as you.
How is being a Voyager benefit to you?
Wow, that's a good question.
That's a hard question. It helped me not jump right into a university, being at a community college. It gave me that in between to get my get my stuff together, and realize how much work it is,
Mm-hmm. My turn. I just knew community college. I just feel there's a good support system here, but we come closer, as one. So yeah, it's
Has it helped you grow as athletes? Have you become better?
Yeah, definitely.
And then, what advice do you have for future athletes?
Know what you want out of the program that you're getting yourself into, and if it's not gonna better you for the future, then look at alternatives.
Stick to what you want to go to the future.
How you doing? What's your name?
Jordan Switzer.
Where are you from?
Pass Christian, Mississippi.
And what sport do you play?
I play softball, but this year I also played basketball and volleyball for Rainy River.
Why did you choose to come to Rainy River?
I chose to come to Rainy River because it was honestly the only offer I had out of high school.
What do you like most about being a student athlete at Rainy River?
I like being able to meet new people from different areas of the country. Being so far away from home,
it's nice to be able to branch out and just really make new friends and new family.
What's the biggest obstacle you have to face?
Probably being away from home and just not being around my mom, and I have a lot of like medical problems that I've really had to grow up with dealing, and being by myself has been a little bit of a challenge.
During season, what's a normal day for you?
This year was actually really difficult because when we had basketball and softball season starting, so I would go like to 6 a.m. softball practice and then have class all day, and then have practice from 2 to 3 again for softball, and then I had basketball at 4. So it was exhausting, to say the least.
How has being a Voyager benefited you?
Coming out of high school, like I said, I had no other offers other than Rainy River, and after this year, I've had 5 university offers. So it's nice to be able to say, like, even though I wasn't really looked at after high school, I'm being looked at now. Like, I just feel like Rainy River gave me a chance, and I've been able to like blossom here and really prove that I can do what I've always wanted to do, which is play at a university.
What advice do you have for future athletes that come to Rainy River?
Just go to school, do your work, and work hard, and it'll eventually pay off. Like, a lot of the people here are here because of bad grades and because they didn't do what they needed to do in high school. But if you, like, this is your second opportunity, so you just have to really take that and, like, use that to your advantage, and you can, like, make all your dreams come true. What's your name?
Cody Carpenter.
Andrew Black.
Where y'all from?
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona.
What sport do y'all play?
Baseball.
And what grade are you in?
Sophomores.
What do you like most about being a student athlete at Rainy River?
I guess what I like most about being a student athlete is that we get to go all around the city and the state of Minnesota and see what's going on and see all the cool sights around the town.
I like most about being a student athlete, just getting to know the team better. So there's not much to do around here, and I'm not much of a student. So.
Why did you choose to come to Rainy River?
I kind of threw some offers away for football, D1 offers, because of my grades. So.
I had a D1 junior college offer, and I got a little bit in trouble with the law, and then they rejected my scholarship. And I had a buddy up here last year, so they needed someone to come up here and play, so I came up here and play.
What's been the biggest obstacle you've had to face?
I got arrested my senior year I just got arrested, and then,
How has that affected your baseball career?
I wasn't able to play baseball for like a year or two, and then I had to go do some like classes and stuff, and I messed up practice and all that.
What's been your biggest obstacle?
Probably being away from my family. It's kind of a big culture shock and not seeing them every day. And I mean, I still get all the support from them, but it's a little bit different not being with them every day.
During season, what's like a normal day for y'all?
Wake up, not go to class. I'm just playing, but wake up, go to class. I practice around 6:30 until like 9:30. Get home around 10, and then do homework if we have any. And then I think I wraps it all up.
Yeah, I usually wake up, go to all my classes, and then try to find some food before practice, and then usually have about 2.5-3 hour practice, and then come back and find some food. And then if I got homework, just try to do some homework and then relax.
How has being a Voyager benefited you, Andrew?
Personally, we both have looks in professional teams and a handful of D1s and D2s, and a lot of baseball teams out there know who we are, and it just helps us go to the next level for baseball.
Basically the same thing. Our coach has a lot of hookups. Like both our assistant coach too, so it's helping us get a lot of D2 looks, a couple pro scout looks, and that's basically it.
That's awesome. Last question. What advice do you have for future athletes? Cody.
You should start with this question. Go.
Why should I start with this question? Go to class. Go to school. Get good grades. That's basically it.
Yeah, you need to go to class, especially if you're not financial aid's not covering your tuition, because you don't want to have your parents pay for it because they're paying for it out of pocket. You don't want to not be able to go to the next level of college or whatever because of your grades, or being eligible this season and miss it because being ineligible for a year is pretty crappy.
Right. Well, thank y'all.
I'm Stephanie Turbin. I am an academic advisor here at Rainy River, and I also am the housing director, and I manage our alcohol and marijuana prevention grant. So I do a lot of different things here.
Oh wow. What do you describe your jobs for us? As an advisor, what do you do?
I think my big goal as an advisor is to help students reach their educational goals, and sometimes as a part of that they also have some personal things we can help them. Sometimes I see myself as sort of a cheerleader to kind of try to inspire people to keep going and just help them get on the career path that they want to be on.
What do you enjoy most about being an advisor?
I think the thing I enjoy the most is that seeing students at graduation, because sometimes students will get to Rainy River, and we are a community college, so sometimes they're not always ready for a university setting, or they're not ready for a career yet. So just seeing them when they walk in the door, and then seeing them up on the graduation stage and knowing how much more mature they are, all of the things they went through to get to that point, and just the things they learned here it's just amazing what you can do in 2 years. So I love to see that. And I know I need to have a job where I feel like I'm doing something with my life and I'm helping people reach their goals. And so it's a really fulfilling job for me as well.
Does Rainy River have a really high success rate, graduation rate?
We do, yeah. We have been known nationally for our graduation and retention rates, and so I think that's something we're really proud of. Being a small school, it's a lot easier to find those students that maybe are having problems and reach out to them. And a lot of times it has nothing to do with school for why they're not doing well. There might be things at home or health issues, and so it's nice that we can be there to kind of help them through those times.
Yeah, definitely. What's the most difficult part?
It's just kind of walking with students who really are having a tough time, and that can be a challenge. And then also just having to advise students who don't really want to be in school, or they don't see the value in it, and sometimes we want it more than they do, and so that can be kind of frustrating.
Right, definitely. How do you handle, this Rainy River is full of just a bunch of different student athletes from all over the country. How do you handle the different cultures and the different people?
Well, my major in school was global studies, which a lot of people don't know is a major, but it is. And that helped me to really see that, there is a huge difference between, where people come from. It doesn't even have to be race or ethnicity. It could just be, coming from an urban area or a rural area. So I think that I think my schooling has helped me just be a little more aware. And I think, especially our athletes who come from big cities or just from the South, so it's way different than northern Minnesota or this rural area. So I think it helps me kind of recognize, the struggles that they might have.
What advice do you have for future Rainy River athletes?
I think my biggest advice for athletes would be to really, I know you are a part of your team and that can be like a family, but I think it's really important too to try to immerse yourself in like the student life of a campus. So whether it be like joining Student Senate or just taking part in our student life activities and just trying to kind of branch out and not just getting to know your teammates, but getting to know the other students. And sometimes I know we have students at the residence hall usually know each other pretty well. They do kind of stick to their teams, but not necessarily. But I think that there's value too in getting to know the local students, and so kind of then you people might have a shack or a cabin you can go to, or you go fishing or do those kind of fun things. So it might be helpful to just kind of get out of your comfort zone and try to meet people locally too.
Okay. Well, thank you, Steph.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Molly Franz, and I am the recruiter for Rainy River Community College.
Describe your job. Like, what is your job?
So I'm the recruiter on campus, so I assist all of our new students with the admissions process, and specifically with student athletes, I assist our coaches with their recruitment process and making sure that their students apply to the college, test if they need to, apply for financial aid, apply for housing, apply for scholarships. So I basically get them ready to the point where they're ready to get registered for classes.
Okay. What's the hardest part of your job?
The biggest challenge for my job specifically is, I would say definitely our location, being located in northern Minnesota, and our climate and our small community and the weather. Sometimes those are barriers that would prevent a student from choosing to attend here compared to like a nicer climate or a bigger city. If students come from a bigger city, sometimes it's hard to adjust to the smaller community lifestyle, and especially the harsh winters. So those are kind of factors out of my control. Right. So those are kind of the biggest challenges specifically for recruiting students to the area. But once they get on campus, if they come for a campus visit, I think that our faculty and staff do a really good job, and our students too, of welcoming students to campus and making them feel comfortable and learning about the college and what student life is like as a Rainy student. So, yeah.
Awesome. What's the most rewarding part?
The most rewarding part to me, specifically for a student athlete, for example, would be a student that chose to attend Rainy and maybe like an average or below average student, to see them go through the process of attending class and actually making an effort and maintaining a positive attitude and graduating. That's a very rewarding experience for me, to see them through that transition of beginning to end.
Yeah. What advice do you have for future Rainy River student athletes?
To make sure to always maintain a healthy balance between commitment to the sport and commitment to academics. I would say sometimes student athletes come here specifically to play a sport, and that's kind of their focus, and they may be trying hard to get recruited to play at a higher level, but they need to make sure that they maintain a decent academic record in order to transfer to play to a higher level. And I think that kind of gets lost sometimes in the process of trying to focus more on athletics than academics. So,
well, thank you.
You're welcome.